Hello and welcome to part 4 of my reaction to Turnabout Storm. This time I'm going to be talking about the Phoenix Wright side of part 3, guest starring Jodie Foster as Applejack. I know I said I wouldn't pick on the voice acting, but oh my, this really stood out. I mean, you can tell that everyone's kinda trying to sound like the characters from the show, but then Applejack shows up, and I swear it's like a cross between Clarice from Silence of the Lambs and Herbert from Family Guy. I really don't know how else to describe it. But anyway, once again there will be spoilers for this part. Now a good deal of it is mostly spent going over the same stuff that we saw in Twilight's adventure, but from a different angle, so it helps fill in a few of the gaps from last time. Phoenix talks to Rainbow Dash, and she admits that she did indeed bring the storm cloud over to the forest, but it was only to scare Ace, like we've seen her do to other characters on the show. She swears that he was still alive when she left. And again, I have to wonder why she didn't try to take the pictures from him. As for the second lightning bolt not making any noise, we're told that it might have struck something in the air, but that might not account for Ace because the vulnerable spots on his suit would have closed up when he began flying. In any case, it seems that Rainbow somehow got a key to Ace's hotel room. Okay, now I'm really wondering what those pictures were supposed to be, and Phoenix makes his way over there with some help from Pinkie Pie. Here we discover that the mayor from before was actually Ace's manager, Sonata, and she was also the accomplice who wrote that letter from before. Apparently, she and Ace had a gambling scheme going, so in addition to the winnings he'd get from the race itself, they'd make some extra money on the side. It was Sonata's job to actually come up with the blackmail material, meaning she's the one who took the pictures of Rainbow Dash. Unfortunately, Sonata points out there's not much they can do about it since they were caught breaking into the hotel room, which means they didn't get the information legally. Sure, Sonata would still be arrested, but so would Pinkie and Phoenix. Along the way, we learn that Fluttershy was set free because apparently the feather at the crime scene didn't match any of the animals that she was taking care of. Though again, Phoenix really wasn't expecting it to. We also find out that the bag with the foul liquid from last time was actually perfume that Rarity had imported. We've been told that griffins are the ones who handle imported deliveries, which leads back to my guess that the crime scene feather belonged to a griffin. And that's ignoring the obvious hint in that the thumbnail for the next video is a picture of Gilda. Oh, and since we're on the subject of Rarity, if you want to have her speak properly, especially with fashion terms in keeping with her character, this word is pronounced lapel, not lapel. Overall, this was another enjoyable episode in the series, and it sets up an interesting conflict for the next part. The humor still felt like a mixed bag, but it seems like Pinkie Pie allowed for a lot more creativity in that area, and she had quite a few good moments here, humming music from the Phoenix Wright series, and even reading the voice actor's script while trying to avoid spoilers. And I especially appreciate how they tried to set Phoenix up to repeat the derpy joke, but before he can say anything, Pinkie jumps in and goes, "Dude, shut the fuck up! No, seriously, just trust me on this." Also, how the hell did Cruise Control manage to call Phoenix Wright's cell phone anyway? Now I apologize for not having all that much to say here, especially considering the episode itself is an hour and 40 minutes long, but honestly, not much else really happens. This is one of the things I was afraid of in part 1. It is thankfully more interesting than I was afraid it would be, but still, yeah, this really didn't need to be as long as it is. Next time in part 5, I'll be covering what's officially considered to be part 4 of the series, and from the looks of it, it seems like we're heading back into the trial, which has been my favorite part so far. I'll see you then.